Hello, everyone, and welcome back here to Comic Vantage. And today I am back with another preview spotlight episode. I am here to show you what is coming out on March 2025. Can you guys believe we are in 2025 already? January is here, just a few days old. I got my email saying that the previews book was ready. I was going to get this done by Monday, but I figured, the earlier the better. So here we are. I am working late, but I do have a nice big cup of coffee, and I'm going to show you my picks for what's coming out in March. A lot of fun stuff, especially for Marvel. So I focus on two books in particular. I focus on the big previews book, and I focus on the Marvel book because, I don't think anybody cares about DC, but who knows. And the big book has all the indie books in there, the stuff that I really love and get into. And now you can grab your own physical copy of the previews guide from your local retailer. They usually have them. I think they're like $5 or $6 for a physical copy, and they give you an order form. So you can just jot down the books you want, hand it to them, and say, "Order these books for me," and they will order the books for you. I get my previews guide in digital format, so that way I can do these videos for you guys. I think it's like $30 for a year subscription or something like that. So totally worth it. Then you can just print out your order form and take it into your retailer if you want to do it that way instead. Either way, preview gets money. And you save a tree by doing it digitally. Nice big swig of coffee there. All right, let's get started. Where am I going here? There I am. We're going to jump in right here to the big book. Let's just see. This is the cover this month. The Legendary Fantasy Saga returns. I'll actually spotlight this book later. Let's see what else we got here. Free for All. I'm going to spotlight both of those later as well. Okay, so, we're just going to jump right into this and get started. Haha, see, I told you I was going to spotlight this. March 2025 releases Adventure with the Ancient Weapon's first mouse wielder and champion, Bardrick, as he sets off on an epic quest in the newest installment of the Harvey Award-winning series by Mouseguard creator David Peterson. This is Mouseguard, Dawn of the Black Axe, issue number 1. Here we go. Let's see what we got here. It's the 20th anniversary of Mouseguard. I've honestly never heard of Mouseguard. So I hate to admit that, but here we are. But I'm going to look into it because this looks like kind of fun. Great cover there. So much cool. Everything going on there. I love it. I did take a look at some of this artwork here. It is absolutely stunning. So let's just zoom in there. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, no, don't. I hate when I do that. Previews World wants me to go to their website, and I'm like, no. Anyway, beautiful black and white artwork here. I think I've always been a huge fan of black and white artwork ever since the 80s when I first discovered indie books. What else do we got? The Last Boy, issue number 1 coming at us. We got Dan Panosian is the writer. All right, that's fun stuff. A whole bunch of variant covers. Years after Peter Pan's adventures with Wendy Darling, the boy who wouldn't grow up is now the last one in Neverland, still clinging to his venturous youth. Meanwhile, in London, Wendy also yearns for childhood and its freedom from responsibility as she rails against the transition to adulthood and her family's expectations. So we have a little what-if story here for Peter Pan. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful cover by Dan Panosian. Actually kind of surprised to see that. Everybody knows him from back in the 90s doing all the extreme artwork, So this is a different take for him. I love it though. It's very this cover is very Joe Kubert. Is the only way I can actually describe that. You can actually use Joe Kubert as an adjective because the guy was so amazing. And this cover is very Joe Kubert. We got some previews of character designs. I'm actually excited for that. So, beautiful. What are we going to next, people? Thundercats Lost. We got a little Wily Kit here on the cover. Wonder if they're all grown up, Wily Kit and Wily Cat. I haven't been keeping up with it. I'm sorry. Hate me. I should really be keeping up with Thundercats. I'm so far behind on it. I need to pick it up and read it. But this is Thundercats Lost, issue number 1. But who is the enemy? After being shot down in the middle of a war zone, 5 Thundaran warriors are fighting for their lives. Together, they face a horde of heavily armored soldiers, and the team's only hope is to somehow break through their lines to reach the wreckage of their ship. So, who do we got here? We got Pomira, Linkso, Shen, Ligon, and their hammer-wielding commander, Bengali. Ooh, sounds like fun. We got some gorgeous variant covers, like always, because beautiful. Absolutely amazing work here. All right, let's see what else we got. I'm going to jump ahead here. Vampirella. Oh, and the long night begins. Oh, you gotta love Vampirella. Issue number 1 here. All cardstock covers. The road to issue number 700. Yes, Vampirella has been around a long time. Everybody loves it. Make sure you pick one of these up, except for the Greg Land cover, because Greg Land is a complete and utter hack. Nobody should be buying anything with his work on it. So buy one of these other covers instead. Support them. People who actually draw their own stuff and not just copy everything from everything on the planet. All right, we also got Space Ghost and Johnny Quest crossed over this month. I love Space Ghost. I love Johnny Quest. So Space Quest, no-brainer. Absolutely love it. Ground control to Major John. The Quest family is legendary for how they'll go in the spirit of exploration and discovery, but their latest mission is literally out of this world. Johnny and the gang are brought in to investigate a mysterious, potentially extraterrestrial spacecraft that has been found by the government and brought to Area 51. And where there's spaceships, there's bound to be aliens. But when Team Quest finds in this particular UFO is a far cry from the usual little green men, and it's under the jurisdiction of a higher power, Space Ghost. Haha, I love it. Absolutely love it. Gorgeous covers going on. Yes, must read. Also, now we are on issue number 3 by March for Silverhawks, but this cover, this cover, absolute, just a Mark Spears cover. Mark Spears has just been on fire recently, especially with his Universal Monsters. So this is just an absolute must-have, people. This cover, absolutely beautiful. What else we got here? We're going to jump ahead. Ooh, Titan books coming at us with more Solomon Kane. It's the much anticipated return of Solomon Kane. The Sword of Vengeance slashes into his own new series, where Kane battles from the Barbary coast across southern Europe to the canals of Venice as a band of rogues forms around him in their quest for the fabled Serpent Ring of Set. Yes, we have a little Conan reference going on there. Mike Mignola cover. Beautiful, as always. And some more variant covers here. I guess Titan is expecting this book to do really well. And now, let's pop ahead. Hey, The Loose End, issue number 2 coming at us. Now, the only reason I'm showing this is for this right here, The Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, a variant cover. Absolutely love that movie, so I saw this homage cover, and I just had to show it. Had to. What else we got? Hey, Image Comics now. We are up to our eyeballs in Image. First up, let's just zoom on in here. Battle Beast, issue number 1 coming at us. Robert Kirkman and Ryan Ottley back together again. The best new, not quite a superhero series in the universe. Cursed with an unquenchable thirst for violence, Battle Beast searches the universe for the one warrior mightier than him and a glorious death. But his only reward is glorious death. But even in a universe of mighty Viltrumites like Invincible and Omni-Man, it seems that no one may be able to stop the galaxy's deadliest warrior, unless he does the unthinkable. Ooh. Oh, let's see, we got a blind bag program going on together again for the cover C. Never know what you're going to get. Also this month from Image Comics, we have We're Taking Everyone Down With Us. I just love the name of that cover. Miniseries premiere, Matt Rosenberg. Great writer there. The explosive double-sized first issue. After her mad scientist father is killed by the world's greatest spy, 13-year-old Annalise is left all alone in the world. Sort of. Her dead dad's robot bodyguard is following her around for some reason. Now Annalise has a choice: try to lead a normal life for the first time ever, or seek revenge and maybe overthrow the world order in the process. Ah, I love this. Growing up, here we go. Growing up in global domination from brilliant artist Stefano Landi and okay writer Matthew Rosenberg. I've met Matthew Rosenberg, so I can kind of see where that joke is coming from because the guy is so humble. He actually thinks he's a bad writer. So, but he's actually a very, very talented and amazing writer. What else we got going on here? Adventure Man, Family Tree #1, miniseries premiere, as the Connell family reels from the shattering events of Adventure Man Ghost Lights. They need to tap into the roots of the Adventure Man family tree of heroes to make the world right again. We got some Bitter Root coming at us again, issue #1 there. Monkey Meat, the summer batch. You'll Do Bad Things, issue #1. Miniseries premiere. It's been 10 years since the release of He Came In With a Smile, the true crime smash hit that chronicled the brutal murders committed by the nursery rhyme killer. But in the decade since its release, its author, Seth Holmes, hasn't produced another title. He wants to write a story with a happy ending, but every time his fingers clack across the keyboard, it always ends in the character's death. Worse yet, these tales of blood and barbarity that flow so freely from Seth's mind are starting to happen in real life. And this is coming at us from Tyler Boss and breakout talent Adriano Turtolucci. Tyler Boss, another great talent right there. So, what else we got? I think we're done with the image titles for the month. Let's see what else we got here. Haha, beautiful. Detective Kaiju coming at us from Massive Publishing. Yes, I'm just going to sit there and we're just going to stare at this page for a bit. From the pages of the fan favorite series Quested comes a noir comic of epic proportion. Detective Kaiju, the hard-boiled investigator, gets his own miniseries. In this debut issue, Detective Kaiju's past catches up with him when the body of an old friend is discovered in South Fabron. Now he must face the demons of his past while uncovering a trail of secrets surrounding the unusual murder. Now I'm going to sit here and I'm just going to take a sip of this, and we're just going to enjoy that page there for a second. All right. Done with that. What else we got? Oh, Pit Apocalypse. Another nice cover there. Here we go from Massive Publishing. Zorro, Man of the Dead. I'm actually really excited for this one. Don Quixote means Narcos in this modern reimagining. From the writer-artist behind DC's Comics, White Knight delivers a fresh take on the legendary swashbuckling hero. Diego is a young man who is convinced that he's Zorro. As a child, he suffered a psychotic break after witnessing the murder of his parents by the drug cartel in his village. To cope with the trauma, he embraced the 200-year-old legend of Zorro by donning the mask, training with a sword, and declaring war on the Narcos for the sake of his people. I love it. Absolutely love it. This sounds like an absolute treat. I cannot wait to read that. Next up, Archie is Mr. Justice, issue #3 of 4. Now, I know I featured this a few months back, but the reason I want to feature it again this month is because, pachow, this beautiful homage cover. I mean, look at that. That is gorgeous. I cannot wait to get my hands on that. Next up, DSTLRY coming at us with a slew of amazing books for the month. I need to zoom in here so I can read this. There we go. No, stop that. Mirka Andolfo comes at us with Airlines issue #1, Midnight Airlines. Sweeps readers into a dark, erotic, and suspenseful adventure where vampires glide through luxury shadows. Dave, a jaded airport desk clerk, stumbles upon Midnight Airlines, a clandestine high-end air carrier catering exclusively to the blood-sucking elite. When Dave's curiosity lands him on a flight filled with these deadly charismatic passengers, he's thrust into a brutal game of survival within the hidden society. I love it. What a Great, great, great premise for a story. I love this. And of course, a bunch of different covers. Blank sketch covers. We got some redacted covers. We're not going to know what these are until they actually come closer to release date. Next up from DSTLRY, Defiant, issue number 1. On his final mission, Sandusky returns to the stars to reclaim his son Devon's body and uncover the truth surrounding his death. Light years from home, among a cascade of twisted metal, Sandusky finds Devon, his body entombed in the remains of his ship, the Defiant, lost in a massive battle that sparked an intergalactic war. But nothing is what it seems. As Sandusky digs deeper, he and his allies are drawn into a galaxy-spanning mystery. I did go through this, and I read the short synopsis or the preview down here. Absolute amazing read so far. I cannot wait to get my hands on this book. DSTLRY is really cranking it up a notch with these, so I'm really, really excited to get my hands on it. Let's see what else we got here. 253, Vatican City, coming at us from Dark Horse Comics and Mark Millar. An all-new series from New York Times bestselling author Mark Millar. The world has been overrun by a vampire apocalypse. Every man, woman, and child dead except the 2,000 Taurus safe behind the walls and holy relics of Vatican City. But as the vampires gather in their millions outside, how long can they hold out? Because the monsters can wait forever. I love that. That sounds like so much fun. Okay, let's see. Next up. Oh, Valiant coming at us again. Alien Books, Valiant. Valiant Beyond is what they're calling it. It is a new era of storytelling beginning right here. Designed as the ultimate jumping on point, the Valiant Beyond line of comics are absolute must-reads that will energize your love for superheroes. I love this. A powerful new drug is unleashed on Japan and has set the underworld ablaze. There's only one force strong enough to stop the BS, and he's not looking for an invitation to start kicking butt. It's Bloodshot like you've never seen him before in this all-new cutting-edge series. So this whole Valiant Beyond is supposed to be an awesome jumping on point where you just jump in. You don't need to know any of the history of these characters. Valiant is really, really trying to reinvent themselves for a new age and bring us some awesome stories. They've always been a blast, so I'm looking forward to it. Shadow Man is also getting a new jumping on point, so I'm excited to see where the rest of these are coming from. I'm excited to see if they do stuff like XO, because they have Facsimile Edition coming out, and I've been a huge fan of XO, even since the 90s, so I'm excited for all of these books. Okay, next up. Tarot, the Witch of the Black Rose, issue number 1, Prestige Foil Variant, 25th anniversary reissue of Tarot, Witch of the Black Rose, issue number 1. This is Jim Valiant's brainchild and baby, art and story by him. This is all he's been doing for the last 25 years. I mean, he pretty much went from Catwoman, from doing covers, to directly to this. So he must really, really love what he's doing. What else we got here? I wanted to show this for some reason. Oh, Blowtorch, Middleman, issue number 1 coming at us. I want to see what we got here. In this action-packed full-color comic, after a messy assassination gets Avery Davis's attention, he sends in Blowtorch to track down the man responsible. Following information that leads them into a dangerous situation, Blowtorch, along with Pinpoint and Infrared, head out to confront the source. Sounds like a lot of fun, actually. Those covers, I mean, they look like straight out 90s action comic covers. All about that. Let's see what else we got here. Pachow. Red Range, issue number 1, coming at us from Dead Sky Publishing. Range is a man out of luck, out of time, and out for vengeance. With his wife and child taken by the clan, he rides for justice, but vengeance leads to strange times and bizarre lands as Range is washed away to a place filled with odd tech and creatures long forgotten. Now all he wants to do is get home. I love that. Oh, they have it titled or tacked under their Indie Edge comics. So I was Indie Edge before Indie Edge was a thing. All right. Humanoid Publishing is bringing us Archie and the Lost Titan. 10,000 years ago, the Earth stopped moving. Half the world was plunged into frigid night. The other is scorched in day. Young warrior Archie, whose tribe lives in the thin strip of habitable land known as Twilight, must brave the wide, dangerous outer world to discover why the world stands still and rescue it if he can. I love this. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous artwork. I mean, it's beautiful. That's all I can say. The colors are amazing. The line work is amazing, and the color and the story really, really kind of draws you in. It's beautiful. This entire book. It's almost like Jeff Darrow and Barry Windsor Smith had this absolutely gorgeous love child, and that love child made this artwork. Yeah, huge fan already, and I have only read 5 pages. So, let's see what else is next. What else is up next? 366 here on page 366 of this book. We have Keenspot coming at us with Don't Run with Scissors. In 1982, a tranquil town became the backdrop for a series of eerie and unsettling events. During a routine evening patrol, Sheriff Depereaux encounters a chilling scene. A blood-soaked woman dashes toward him, screaming that her life is in danger. Horror stands at the gates of the city. Also, Mark Spear's Monsters issue number 4 coming out. Look at these covers, people. Look at them. Oh, man. That Killing Joke homage cover. That is going to be the book to get. And it's only $5.99. We got the holofoil flip cover, which features both of these covers. That's going to be $20. That's going to be the book to get. Wow. So good. Okay. What else we got next? And we begin the descent into Mad Cave, because Mad Cave has got so many good books coming out in March. They are just like, they're like going for broke here. Hoki Hidalgo, adventurous and popular live streamer, has gone missing while climbing Mount Denali in Alaska. When his girlfriend Becca arrives at the base of the mountain to retrace his steps, she soon discovers something beyond the dreamy and impressive landscape. There's a conspiracy deep within the heart of Denali itself, a dark pyramid, silent, waiting. Becca and the scores of Hoki fans, determined to either find him or find some fun, will face death, avalanches, and monsters to find the truth. That sounds great. Oh, and then we have Crush Depth, issue number 1 of 5 coming at us. 2 brothers locked in a sibling rivalry wrestle for command of a massive nuclear submarine, the Absolution. In a near future irrevocably altered by climate change, Chief Science Officer Liana Pearson finds herself not only caught between the Wilder brothers, but drowning in her fear of the surface world. When something alien infiltrates the Absolution and upends the balance of power, Liana is left with only 2 deadly options: reaching the toxic surface world or steering the sub into the unforgiving abyss and Crush Depth. Wow, that sounds like, ooh, boy. That sounds like fun. I'm all about that one. And then we have Blade Forger, issue number 1 of 5. The discovery of Corum, a never-seen-before energy source, led to a bloody world war for its control. After years of destruction, the Lord of the Lands agreed to negotiate a ceasefire for lasting peace. The Blood Forgers Treaty was born from that meeting. Let's see what else we got here. This treaty established that the mining of Corum would be centralized through one government, led by a neutral emperor. The emperor would have to be a blade forger, a mysterious, mystical swordsman, and claim the title in a tournament called the Tournament of the Five Rings. Every 5 years, blade forgers from every corner of the empire would fight for the possibility of becoming the new emperor. I love it. That sounds like a lot of fun. Man, Mad Cave really kicking it up a notch for the month. Let's see what we got here. Jumping ahead again. More Mad Cave. Look at this. Far down below, in the summer of 1983, teen friends Mike and Brian seek escape from the rainy day boredom by exploring Brian's abandoned family home, a notoriously haunted house. What they find below their sleepy eastern Pennsylvania suburb will unlock the doors to adventure and danger. It's funny, I grew up in eastern Pennsylvania. Let's see what else we got for the month. Oni Press coming at us with some interesting titles for the month. We got here Free for All One Shot. In the future, the World Finance League exists to benefit all, randomly choosing those from among the billionaires and trillionaires of the world and presenting them with a choice. Either donate half of their assets to the common good or defend them in ritual combat. I absolutely love this idea. 56 pages of capitalism by combat in an all-new self-contained one-shot. That's going to be a fun book, people. You need to buy that. And just look at it. The artwork is so surreal. I mean, that's indie at its best. And then next up from Oni Press, Out of Alcatraz, issue number 1. Convicts Frank Morris and Clarence Algin have washed ashore in San Francisco after surviving their infamous escape from Alcatraz in June of 1962. They soon meet their gruff and disappointed handler, a mysterious young woman who's also running for something and hopes to quickly get their way north to the border, if they can even make it out of Modesto alive. As a dogged federal manhunt and chance encounters threaten the desperate convicts, everyone involved is about to discover that's the same blood-stained truth. Life on the run is an even more hellish prison than Alcatraz ever could be. Bunch of variant covers coming at us. They expect this book to be big. And they gave us a little preview here. I did read it. It's good. It's really good. I'm excited for that one. All right. What else do we got? Actually, not too many more. Only a couple books left to show you here. For the indie section, anyway. We got Osaka, SPD, coming at us from Sumerian Press. I really, really thought this one was going to be cool. A shape-shifting mime prowled the streets of Osaka, leaving a trail of terror by claiming its victims and their identities. The city trembled as the creature moved undetected, blending seamlessly into the lives it stole. After a relentless pursuit, the Osaka Supernatural Police Department confronted the monster in a rain-soaked alley where one detective made the ultimate sacrifice. But that was just one chapter in the city's dark supernatural history. Each week, the Osaka Supernatural Police Department takes on the impossible. Oh, this sounds like so much fun. Beautiful variant covers. That cover D right there. Oh, that screams amazing. I need to have that book. All right. So, people, that is it for the big book. We are now going to jump over to the Marvels book for March. Some fun stuff like this. Godzilla versus the Fantastic Four. I have no idea where it's going to go. No clue whatsoever. But I need to read this. Marvel's greatest heroes must fight Godzilla from across the eras, and the battle of the century starts here. I'm so excited. So excited for this. I love Godzilla. Not a huge fan of Fantastic Four, but it looks like it's going to span to other superheroes as well. So I'm all aboard. What else do we got? Doctor Strange of Asgard, issue number 1. Aha. Let's see what leads that one. Dr. Doom tricked Doctor Strange into surrendering the title of Sorcerer Supreme. Now, Doom is ruling the world, and Stephen Strange is experiencing a bit of identity crisis. Searching for purpose and maybe revenge, he travels to Asgard to see if Thor's kingdom might be looking for a Sorcerer Supreme of its own. Actually sounds like it might be fun. Very underrated character, Doctor Strange there. And this one. Oh, the Spirits of Violence. Oh, I loved the old 90s, like Spirits of Vengeance stuff going on with Ghost Riders. This is very reminiscent, and I'm excited for it. Who or what is the Spirit of Violence? What else do we got for the month? Oh, this is a big one, people. X-Manhunt, the most dangerous mutant in the world, is on the run, and the hunt to bring in the fugitive, Charles Xavier, will play out across the X universe this month. At the end of the Orcus War, Charles Xavier surrendered himself to the authorities and was willingly imprisoned in the Grey Malkin prison. But now something has spurred him into action, into escaping his incarceration and embarking on a mad scramble across the nation. And this is going to take place in 6 books and then culminating in Collateral Damage and Omega. So let's see what we got here. We got NYX number 9. We got Storm number 6. Uncanny X-Men number 11. X-Factor number 8. X-Force number 9. And X-Men number 13. We also got it in Exceptional X-Men issue number 7. And that's the Collateral Damage. And then we finish with X-Manhunt Omega issue number 1. Huge crossover. Huge. Massive. What else do we got for the month? What if Mickey and friends became the Avengers? I don't need to say anything more about that. That's just, yeah, that's going to be silly fun. We got the Thing coming at us with his own little mini-series. And we got Nick Fury going against Fin Fang Foom. I mean, how does this happen? How? Oh, it's Fury and the Howling Commandos take on Fin Fang Foom. Whew. All right. What else we got coming out from Marvel for the month? We got Web of the Spider-Verse, the New Blood. Looks like we got some strange things. The War of the Multiverse is coming. And the Arachnid. You know, I'm kind of getting tired of the whole Arachnid multiverse thing. But hey, some people like it, so there it is. This one. This sounds interesting. This is Uncanny X-Men issue number 12. The smoothest X-Man, Remy LeBeau, aka Gambit, is forced to face his past as an unstoppable force calls to collect a debt, whether from the Cajun's pocket or his hide. Details of Remy's life never before revealed in this thrilling one-shot crime tale as everyone's favorite card thrower faces the Vig. I'm really excited. I love Gambit, so I'm really excited to get on this one. Okay, last book I wanted to show you guys from Marvel Comics. Yes, we got Star Wars Jedi Knights issue number 1. We got a bunch of variant covers going on here on the side, as you can see. It's Star Wars. It's in issue 1. There's going to be a lot of appearances in this book, so these are always worth picking up just for a little bit of spec. But this is the first issue in the prequel era. So it begins here. Marvel's first series focusing on the Guardians of Peace and Justice, the Jedi Knights. Now featuring your favorite Jedi like Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Yoda, Mace Windu, alongside brand new, sure-to-be fan favorites. See? What'd I tell you? And who is the mysterious new villain targeting Qui-Gon Jinn? Again, you're going to want to grab this just for all the first appearances that are going to be in it. So for spec alone, even if you're not a Star Wars fan, this is where you're going to want to go. All right, people, that's it. That's everything. That's all I wanted to show you guys. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you think about hitting that little CV down in the corner. It should be right around this area to sub me up. If you like what you see, thumb up, hit my notification bell so you get this every single month. And also let me know down in the comments below what your books are going to be, you're picking up in March and what your favorites are. And like always, if you're subbed to my channel, huge thank you already. I appreciate it so much. Gently press that like button for me. And to my channel supporters, right here, huge thank you to my channel supporters. Love you guys to death. You really spur me on. So if anybody out there is thinking about becoming a channel member, think about it. Just, for a couple bucks a month, you too can help me out here to put out some great content. So that's it, everyone. That's it. That's everything. Like always, thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you again next month with this video, but I'll have other videos before then. So take it easy.